is a very pleasant day for football here at the Emirates Stadium in North London. I'm Derek Ray, and sitting alongside me, ready to provide all the technical and tactical analysis, is Stuart Robson. And it's all about action from the Premier League in this case. It's Arsenal facing Brighton and Hove Albion.
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today is the big question.
Here are the starters for Arsenal. Declan Rice starts alongside Martin Ødegaard in central midfield. And in this tactical setup, they have just the one player in attack. And a look at the lineup for Brighton.
Well, they're starting with an attacking 4-5-1 formation with 3 players in advance of 2 holding midfielders. But it's important that the wide players come in field to join the centre forward at the right time.
Number 41, Declan Rice. Number 7, Bukayo Saka. Number 19, Leandro Trossard. Thank you for attending the Emirates Stadium. Enjoy the match.
And so the battle commences. Gabriel Martinelli. Saka. And now with Trossard. He read the situation defensively and did his job. Kaoru Mitoma. Estupinian. Who can he pick out? And veering in. But they dealt with the threat posed. Declan Rice. Is this the moment? Magnificent challenge to win it back. Welbeck. Here's Gomez. Dunk. Jan-Paul van Hecke. Read it superbly to take back possession. Martinelli. He's in behind. There it is, and just the ideal start.
Well, as you can see, he gave the keeper no chance there. He looked so confident, didn't he? That's a cool finish.
So the ball rolling again with the scoreline standing at 1-0. Estupinian. Gomez. On to Estupinian. Now with Gomez. Kaoru Mitoma. Decent position. Element of risk there, but he's won the ball. Trossard. It's with Ødegaard. Has a go! Well, he could have put it away again, but credit to the goalkeeper.
Well, the way he's playing, he's surely going to get his second goal soon here.
the corner played into the box. Well, no end product. Superbly read and executed. Lacking a distinct sense of rhythm at the moment. Estupinian. Estupinian. Cuts it back. And what a magical save it was! But he's gone short with it. Oh, it's a terrific challenge. Counter-attacking, very much an option. Might be a chance here. Can he convert? And a goal this time. Applying the finishing touch. Just what the doctor ordered.
Well, here it is again, and it's all about the pace on the counter-attack. They were so quick to break out from their defensive positions, but really the goalkeeper should never be exposed that easily. Great team goal, but woeful defending.
So underway again, and a 2-0 advantage here. Mitoma. Pervis Estupinian. This looks more than decent. Urian Timber. Saka. It's with Ødegaard. And fed forwards. But how well he did to react in that manner. Welbeck. Well, it's one pass after another. Really determined play to hang on to it. Oh, but they've lost it now. Counter-attacking possibilities. Well, it could be on for him here. The net is steering him in the face. There it is! The goals keep coming. No stopping them today.
Well, here's the replay. He does well to find that bit of space in the box, and then he shows a lot of composure to finish it off. That's a good goal.
Well, on they go again. Arsenal very much in charge. It's turning into a right old thrashing. Saka has eyes for goal and pushed away to safety. Dunk managed to get it out of there. Martin Ødegaard, determined defending.
Henry, the French won't be playing music there either, no harmony in that movement. So, 2.5 minutes remain in the first half. Makelele doing his job again. Well, they've all been doing their jobs, but the trouble is they've cancelled one another out so far in this match. Totally. And it does need a Ronaldinho or a Kaká or a Zidane or an Henry to get the crowd buzzing. This is Roberto. Wriggles away from Henry, slips it into the path of Juninho. I don't think he can possibly have been going for goal there. All he managed to do was wind the opponent. Thierry Henry is also winded. That one right into the back of Sagnol, who felt it. And Brazil will try again. It doesn't get to Ronaldinho. It will get as far as Cafu. Dominic looks a bit concerned on the edge of his technical zone, and he had a right to be as well, but the cross is met by William Gallas. And Zidane breaks for France. Past one, past two, slips it brilliantly. A race through the middle here. Can they close him down, or will there be a card? And it's certainly a booking of what colour? It's Juan to be taken away. Big decision this for the referee. Yeah. Thierry Henry is also winded. That one right into the back of Sagnol, who felt it. And Brazil will try again. It doesn't get to Ronaldinho. It will get as far as Cafu. Dominic looks a bit concerned on the edge of his technical zone, and he had a right to be as well, but the cross is met by William Gallas. And Zidane breaks for France. Past one, past two, slips it brilliantly. A race through the middle here. Can they close him down, or will there be a card? And it's certainly a booking of what colour? It's Juan to be taken away. Big decision this for the referee. Yellow, I think that's right. It's yellow for Juan. The French will think he denied a goal-scoring opportunity. But Juan is out of the semi-final because it's his second consecutive caution. Really took Patrick Vieira out there. The referee with a massive call. Well, we all know how adept Vieira is in those circumstances. Juan disconsolate because he will miss the semi-final if, of course, Brazil make it through. The validity of the decision, I think, not much doubt about it. He's really taken the ankles of Patrick Vieira. Dominic's just having a word with the fourth official there and saying, should that not have been a red card? Well, did he deny him a goal-scoring opportunity? He was 25 yards out, maybe. Vieira okay to continue. Such a difficult man to mark, of course. And he romped onto Zidane's pass. He was going to take some halting, that's for certain. And it just affords an opportunity for the French here to try and score before the break with the free kick as we move into added time. And the referee will take into consideration the length of this delay. So there will be over a minute to play. No Vieira on the field of play at the moment. Fourth official Mark Shield won't let him back on until after the free kick is taken. So it's going to be the responsibility, I imagine, of Zidane here, or maybe Henry. And how it would change the team talks if France were to score. Thuram is ushered away. It will be Henry. And he's given the penalty, has he? Or is it a free kick on the edge? It's a free kick on the edge for a handball. Change the team talks if France were to score. Thuram is ushered away. It will be Henry. And he's given the penalty, has he? Or is it a free kick on the edge? It's a free kick on the edge for a handball. Whoa, another massive call from the referee, and another card, I think, coming out. Whose hand went up? Ronaldo's arm. Well, they're getting closer by the second. Henry shouted for the penalty or a free kick or whatever. Ronaldo is booked. It's his first caution. Big call. Did it strike the arm? Did Ronaldo deliberately do that? It's impossible to call, really. Impossible to say he would do it deliberately. With the ball so close to him, struck by Henry. Vieira's now back on, so they've a full 11 here. And these, I assure you, are key moments, because if France score, it turns the game on its head. Naturally, 11 Brazilians stand there good and true and firm, trying to make sure the ball doesn't get around that wall. Once more, that's a touch of déjà vu, to use a bit of French about this, from seconds ago. Maybe Zidane this time. It was Henry last time. Or maybe they'll slip it to Sagnol, of all people. They're certainly taking the time. He's going to blow the whistle for half-time if they're not careful here. Still, the Spanish official urges the Brazilians to withdraw by about a centimetre. Zidane, and he's played it straight at the wall. It's almost impossible to get it above them. The clearance is not a good one, and it's cleared now. That's a better one. The referee, I think, is going to say, let's cool it. Let's all go to the dressing rooms and have a breather. It's not been the best of halves, to be fair. We expected more. And Ronaldo still arguing the point there with the referee. So we've had no goals, and there have been very, very few signs of any goals. Still all kisses and cuddles down on the touchline here. But it's not been dignified particularly. And at half-time here in Frankfurt, it's Brazil 0, France 0. But the referee from Spain, most significantly, has booked 3 Brazilians, Captain Cafu, defender Juan, and striker Ronaldo, and that could be crucial later in the day if, of course, we come to the stage where we're considering penalty shootouts at extra time. But for that to happen, that means we'd have a scoreless 45 minutes, so let's hope that doesn't happen. Thuram. Lilian Thuram, what a servant he's been to the French game. Foul here. Once again, it's Juan who is seen as the offender. One of those on a caution, remonstrates with the referee. No chance for Zidane to take it quickly. Roberto Carlos wouldn't let him. He knows all his tricks, of course, from the Madrid practice ground. So France have had all the free kicks in the last couple of minutes, and here they have a chance of a goal. It's gone wide. Thierry Henry, head in hands. He has 2 goals in these World Cup finals. This might well have been goal number 3 for him. But it's steered wide. In fact, I think it was Vieira getting up in front of Henry, possibly. Yes, it was. Patrick Vieira, who scored in the last 2 matches, couldn't make it 3 in a row. But it may be significant that France have suddenly created chances from free kicks that they've been awarded. Here's Roberto for Brazil. And that's going to be another free kick against Vieira. One of those who also has to be careful. A booking for him would rule him out of a semi-final against Portugal. How nice it must be for the Portuguese to be just sitting there waiting and wondering who's it going to be. As if they care, really. They're in the semi-finals. Lucio with the free kick for Brazil. Gilberto Silva will give it back to Cafu. Sprightly as ever. And then Ronaldinho. Wins the corner. Just the 3rd of the night for the Brazilians. Well, he'll wait because there's nobody much up there yet. The heavy artillery arrives now. Brazil want to lead in this game and somehow found a way through all of those bodies. Back with Roberto Carlos, who's desperate to have a shot, I imagine. Just shows he's lost nothing in that regard. Ronaldinho confronted by Abidal, drifts inside, plays it forward. Zé Roberto nearly falls over himself, but contrives the position to cross one in here. Oh, Bartes nearly made a howler. I think he got caught in no man's land there. And he was saying that nobody called, I don't think. So throwing for the Brazilians from Roberto Carlos. Still, we want a goal in the game. Still, Brazil have not had a shot on goal. Bartes is coming for it, loses it in the mix, and picks it up again.
Disappointing effort.
There was nobody there to take advantage of the slight fumble by the eccentric French goalkeeper. The referee's taken a long time to make this decision. Eventually he does, and he gives the free kick, and Ronaldinho is confronted by 5 white shirts. Henry drifts away to that left flank that he so favours in his club football, and he's made a break like a greyhound. Here is Thierry Henry, only one to aim at in the centre, and Juan was there for Brazil. Well, we all know he's slick, Henry, and it's push and run time for him. No way Cafu's going to stop him, and what's more, he took on Lucio as well. There haven't been many goalless draws in this World Cup, but France did figure in one of them against the Swiss. Amazing, really. Switzerland went out of the World Cup without conceding a single goal. But they weren't very good at taking penalties, I'm afraid. They didn't score one. Vieira, so he's thinking of a shot. Thought better of it. Pops it back out for Abidal. Abidal's cross in here, doesn't reach Henry. Just talking at half-time with friends, and the former Tottenham Hotspur manager David Pleat, who sat near me, and we were all agreed that Kaka has been anonymous in this game, and he's been blotted out totally by the French midfielder Vieira and Makelele. And the Brazilians are just not getting forward with Zé Roberto and Kaka. There's no service to them whatsoever. And it could well be that if Brazil are to win this game, they'll have to make a change in midfield. And Kaka could be the one sacrificed. Zidane, who has imposed himself on the match. Thuram. There was just a slight halt in proceedings there while the referee questioned Makelele to make sure he was all right, and France had to make a decision whether to knock the ball out of play or not. As it happens, they're just stroking it around amongst themselves, playing their own game here. Just saying to Brazil, it's up to you to come and get it from us. Now it's long from Gallas. Henry will try to burn off Lucio. Did he get a kick in the head? Well, he ducked his head into it, to be fair. Watch his head go down there. And the boot never made contact, Thierry. He thought it did. He would have known if it had done. Oh, these high-definition cameras are astonishing. They show absolutely everything. Vieira for France. He was the captain until Zinedine Zidane returned from retirement voluntarily. That's nicely worked to bring Sagnol into play. Henry will make a movement into the area here. He'll find himself one-on-one. The back here was brilliant, but it just failed to get Vieira in. But credit to the Brazilian defence again. They're not letting their concentration levels drop for a second. And what a good World Cup Juan has had. It's a shame for Brazil that he's going to miss the semi-final, potentially, if they make it, of course. Sagnol is fouled by Ronaldo. Another who's on a yellow card. Coming up to 8 minutes played in the second half. Brazil 0, France 0. A night in Munich in the offing on Wednesday, and they're all in here. Must surely be offside by at least 5 yards, Henry. Well, surely he can't have been surprised by the decision. There, he's off there. And by the time the ball is flicked on, he's one of two players well offside, Gallas being the other one. No goal in anybody's book. Pourquoi? Is a word. Lucio for Brazil. In a game that needs a goal. As all games that are 0-0 do.
When you have the perfect response in your head, but your fingers just can't keep up. We've all been there. Typing, deleting, retyping. Now I use Whisperflow. I just think...
I don't think it'll be much longer before substitutions are considered by the two coaches. Trying to break the stalemate. And that's definitely what we have here. But who's going to show his hand first? Clever flick of the boot there by Roberto Carlos to dispatch the ball to safety. And he'll now nudge it up there to Zé Roberto, with Ronaldo and Ronaldinho across the centre. Roberto Carlos. Brazil's throwing. Asking for the ball, Kaká. And Kaká will race onto this, but it's just kept away from him. And Zidane then plays it back. And Sanyol will play it forward, but only straight onto the chest of Carlos. Kaká now, any magic from the man from AC Milan? Thuram took it off him. Ribéry. Well dispossessed. Nobody's making any progress in this game. Maybe Abidal will here for France, Les Bleus. Bit of pushing and shoving on Malouda, but we see again just what Zidane can do with a football. Most of us do it in our dreams. He actually does it in reality. And he will take a free kick here for the French, and the tall man Vieira is up there. So is Thuram. So will be Gallas. Danger now. Here is a big chance. France have the lead. Thierry Henry has stooped for the glory. And it's Brazil 0, France 1. They call him terrific Thierry in France and in London. And Thierry Henry has brought the contest to light. He's brought Raymond Domenech to his feet. He's got every French arm and the whole of the country and the whole of the stadium in Frankfurt waving in salute. No question of offside. He'd stolen away, but where were the markers? They were all preoccupied with others, and Henry took full advantage to prod it home. It's little more than a toe poke. It's one of the most famous toe pokes of Thierry's career. Brazil 0, France 1. Game on now. And Brazil have 33 minutes left in which to keep their crown. The first goal of the day in 177 minutes of World Cup action. And it's the third goal of this World Cup for Thierry Henry, and the 36th of his French career, 6 of which have come in World Cup finals. Brazil behind. Of course, they were to Japan as well, but they came back and scored 4 then. I doubt they'll be doing that tonight. There's a sweetness about the French play now as Makelele pops it through beyond Henry, straight to Dida. Only the second goal Brazil have conceded. Well, it was in this stadium that Brazil won the Confederations Cup last summer with a sumptuous performance against Argentina. They won 4-1 that day, but they're already a goal down in this one. Oh, a shocker of a ball. I think Barthez will get to it. Ronaldinho didn't quite react quickly enough. And I'm not sure Dina's reacted quickly enough here either. Questions for both goalkeepers to answer. Away goes Carlos, powering forward. Now we'll see the true Brazil. Now we'll see whether they're up to it. And they're under pressure, the world champions. It could be an all-European contest from here on in. If it's France against Portugal, it will follow Germany against Italy. And it'll be Viva Europa. And I'm afraid they won't like that down in South America. And Thierry Henry has done the business for his country again. He's just signed a new contract to stay in the English Premier League with Arsenal. He overtook great names like Ian Wright and Cliff Paston at that club last season. And he has just scored a precious, precious goal for the French here.
Creating a website can be complex. Choose Hostingo, a simple place to host your WordPress site. You love
Thuram. Now Gallas. Of course, the French, it's going to test their durability, whether they can hold on to this advantage they got for themselves. Henry scored against Korea and he scored against Togo, but asking which goal of the three he'll remember most. I suspect it might be the one against Brazil. Half an hour to go in Frankfurt. And Gallas says hello to a few photographers and guarantees a very close-up picture in the papers tomorrow. Here it is again. Zidane's free kick, absolutely perfect for him to power it into the roof of the Brazilian net. Vive la France. Oh no. There's another race on here, led by Ribéry. Another who's getting better and better in this World Cup. Oh, how close can it come without actually crossing the white line? I'm sure he wasn't intending to score here, Frank Ribéry, and neither was the Brazilian defender who nearly got a touch on it. Well, he did get a big touch on it. Oh, how close to an own goal here from Juan. Horrible moment for the defender. But they're all good moments for the French to savour at the moment. Another Zidane corner. The anywhere will do attitude there adopted by Ribéry as he pots it back to Sagnol, further back to Barthez. But we've got a contest here now for the next 28.5 minutes. The onus very much on the Brazilians. They have to find a goal even to take the game into extra time. And Adriano is poised to come on, the Inter Milan striker. Now Roberto Carlos. First time ball in, easily met. Juan. Juninho fouled as Henry came back. Free kick taken and the referee says play on. Roberto Carlos will play on. It'll be met on the far side by Cafu. 4 yellow shirts already across the centre, but so too is Makelele there for France. Malouda loses it. That's not what his coach would have asked for him. Cafu's trying to win a corner for his side here, and he's done that. So Adriano to come on. Well, it's a positive move, this, because it's Juninho, a midfielder, who comes off. Goals demanded by the Brazilians. And Adriano, a man who's struck 25 for his country, is one of those in here for this. Drops awkwardly for Henry, who can't make tracks. Not sure what Henry's saying there to the referee, but he's said something, however. Roberto. And of course the other thing that could happen is that France might get a second goal on a breakout like this one. Ribéry still. Roberto Carlos across. Ribéry, it was a good tackle. They weren't about to let him do to Brazil what he did to Spain. Okay, Roberto Carlos has got a boot across his shin. He went into the tackle, he just went over awkwardly on his ankle actually. But he did his job in curbing Ribéry's intentions. "64 minutes played in Frankfurt. Brazil 0, France 1. And whenever you say a scoreline like that, shockwaves reverberate around the footballing world. Nobody ever expects Brazil to lose.
This is your brain when you're struggling to focus. And this is your brain when you're in the zone. But getting in the zone and staying there, that feels more like luck than something you can control. So that's why we made Brain FM. It's like a do not disturb setting for your mind, and it gets you focused in just 5 minutes. Using science and sound, Brain FM guides your brainwaves into an optimal state for productivity called neural phase locking, which lets different parts of your brain work together more easily. Compared to average music, Brain FM actually increases and...
But Raymond...
It's with Erdogan. Might be able to set up the chance. Just needs to steady himself. What a vital intervention. Over it comes. Appear to be in two minds. Erdogan cutting it back. A good and fair challenge. Pervis Estupinian. Welbeck. Could be a chance to break here. And space for him to cut in. Save, but still a chance. Well, they can't quite take advantage in the end. Smuggled away. And into the last 30 minutes now. Yuri and Timber. Now in possession, Trossard.
Yeah, that's a great save. Really good reaction from the keeper.
And deciding to go short with this one. They'll be breathing a sigh of relief. Ball one. Can they exploit the space out wide? And did well to keep hold of it while waiting for the support to arrive. Will it happen for them? Well, you've got to give him credit for that piece of defending. And the conditions look
Dominic, his side will feel that they have a bit of an Indian sign on Brazil. Remember, they beat them in that 1998 final so convincingly as well, 3-0. And they've only ever lost to them once, and that was 48 years ago. in competitive action. Now then, it might be something here. Good running. Stabbed away by Gilberto Silva to Ronaldo. He'll power on, but he's forgotten to take the ball with him. And the breakout is on the other end here, but it's a poorly laid pass for Thierry Henry. Can't get to that. Expect plenty of ebb and flow now. And it should flow towards the French goal now. Ronaldinho. Adriano. Big and powerful, and Ronaldinho getting away. The ball is good. The second one isn't. It just won't find Zé Roberto. Again, the Brazilians claim back pass, and again the referee shakes his head. Makaleli, what a good game he's had. And Zidane. Malouda, they look to Zidane as a real outlet de France. He really has rediscovered his zest in the last 2 games. And he's here on the ball now. Movement ahead, and then he turns and checks. Spins, drags it back, rolls it out, inviting for Sagnol. The French have a corner. Again, Roberto Carlos showing his studs and critically winning the ball. France will slow it down. They know the clock is ticking away to their advantage. But there is plenty of time for Brazil to come back yet. They're not world champions for nothing. Ribéry with a corner for the French. It flashes through the area. Out they come, and Adriano will race onto the pass, and he'll get inside the French half. Ronaldo's across the 18-yard area. Still it's Adriano. He has a flashing left boot, and he uses it now to bring in, of all people, Cafu down the left wing. Then Ronaldinho. Cafu a second time. Goal kick. Ball came off the captain of Brazil. There's the step over from Ronaldinho, taken on by Cafu. And Vieira back doing a manful job for the French. Good decision from the official. Is it really going to be France-Portugal in the semi-final? Ronaldinho. Clever ball in. Adriano. Oh, well, he don't know whether he's feigning that. It looks as though he got a bang in the face. The referee saw nothing wrong, and Adriano's not made anything of it, so the play will continue. With Cafu now back in his rightful spot. On to Kaká. I'd love to see Kaká or Ronaldinho really come alive in this World Cup finals, but it's not happened yet. And one wonders if it's ever going to happen, or whether they've just had too much football and become rather stale. Cafu's long throw. Ribéry's got to do it all by himself. Vieira's caught, free kick. Against his old Arsenal colleague Gilberto Silva there, Vieira. But it's Thierry Henry's goal is 36 for France, which splits these two teams right now. 21 minutes remain. Gilberto Silva for Roberto Carlos. Dominic is wafting his arms around in the technical area. Ronaldinho is trying to conjure up some magic for Brazil. The longer ball will locate Cafu, who looks at it, thinks about it. He's allowed himself to get closed down though, so they go all the way back to the halfway line almost.
Gabriel Martinelli. Now in possession, Trossard. He's very adept at protecting the ball. Trossard. Oh yes, a goal! Exactly what they were looking for, and he's come up with it.
Well, just look how he holds off the defender. He keeps his balance and he still hits the target. What a good goal that is.
Goal for Arsenal, number 19, Leandro Trossard.
Kaoru Mitoma.
A reminder, tickets for the
Estupiñán.
next game are available for sale after today's game.
Gomez. Possession one. Slipping it through. Partey. Could it be? And you cannot argue with a hat-trick. Simply unstoppable today.
Well, here's the goal again, and what a wonderfully weighted pass this is. And then through on goal, he just goes for power and smashes it past the keeper. There's no stopping that. What a great finish.
Goal for Arsenal, number 11, Gabriel Martinelli.
Welbeck. Estupiñán. Pervis Estupiñán. Dunk. It's with Welbeck. Now with Gomez. Mitoma. Spot on with that tackle. Might be a chance to break. Can they make it count? It might be. Oh yes! It's gone in! And now a chance for them to revel in the moment.
Well, let's see this again. The vision to play this through ball is superb, and his movement's so clever. Once he gets onto it, there's only one thought in his head. Smash it as hard as possible. What a good goal.
Goal for Arsenal, number 8, Martin Odegaard.
Mitoma. Can he find the right pass? Arsenal did well to win back possession. Timber. It's with Ødegaard. Trossard. Martin Ødegaard. He's in with a chance. And in! Oh yes! Exactly what they were hoping to produce. They've delivered the goal.
Well, just take another look at this, because the 1-2 to get behind the defence is superbly worked. And when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
It's a massive lead, and it's very hard to imagine them losing it now. Trying to open them up. It's gone in! And well, he might celebrate on the back of that.
Well, it's great awareness of space in the box, and then he shows a lot of composure with the finish. That's a
Now with Gomez. Van Hecke. It's looking promising. And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best.
Well, here it is again, and I have to say, the defending is so poor. They make so many bad decisions there. No wonder the keeper's exposed.
William Saliba. Thomas Partey. Now in possession, Trossard. Urian Timber. Trossard. Might work out. A goal! He's dispatched it, much to the sheer delight of the fans.
Well, let's look at this again. The 1- and 2-touch passing is absolutely outstanding to play around the pressure. And then the strike from Saka. He never really looked like missing, did he? Brilliant finish.
Goal for Arsenal, number 7, Bukayo Saka.
Mitoma. Well, that's really strong play to keep hold of the ball. Dunk. It's with Welbeck. Mitoma. Doing well to keep possession. Determined defending. Well, in the dying embers of the game, but Arsenal still full of life, a most enjoyable performance.
Well, what can you say about this performance? They've been absolutely brilliant. They've played with such guile and creativity, and their passing has been so expansive. Not many teams would have stopped them today.
And support available. Good idea. To wait for the support to arrive. Brighton regaining possession. And effectively parried away by the keeper. Kaoru Mitoma. Just the challenge that was required. And they will be awarded a free kick for that. And with play stopped, they will make the change now. Cleared away. Can they hit on the break? Lovely ball over the top. Could be in. Oh yes, a goal! Exactly what they were looking for, and he's come up with it.
Well, as the replay shows, it all started with that perfectly weighted ball over the top of the back line. And Saka couldn't hit this any better. What a great finish this is.
Feldman. Good defending, and it needed to be. White. Rice with it. Ben White. Thomas Partey. Ball retention so important. But just like that, possession changes hands. Well, maybe a good position from which to counter. Just wasn't going to give that ball away. Clear deflection off the defender there. Who can he pick out? Well, the problem not completely solved. Textbook defending inside the box. Difficult to stop him. Oh, he's through here. And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best.
Well, as the replay shows, this is all about his ability to find space in the box, which then makes the finish look so much easier. That's good play from him.
Well, if you enjoy high-scoring contests, this has been the game for you. Thomas Partey. Martinelli. White. Oh, splendid skill. Strong play here. And no-nonsense defensive clearance. Trossard. He's using his strength to good effect. And the keeper more than equal to the task. And he's fired over the corner. Well, capable of a better clearance than that. A really effective shielding under pressure. It looked as though they had attacking momentum, but not so. And the counter looks on here. Options available. But really sticking to their task defensively. Martinelli. White. Gabriel Martinelli. Trossard. Rice. Real chance. And there is the goal. He's found the net. Joy unconfined.
Well, it's great awareness of space in the box, and then he shows a lot of composure with the finish. That's a clever goal.
Goal for Arsenal, number 11, Gabriel Martinelli.
And room now out on the flank. Has the strength to hang on to it. Superbly read and executed. Gabriel Martinelli. White. Now counter-attacking possibilities. Oh, he's through here. And a goal! He's put it away. A celebratory moment.
Well, as you can see, he's given far too much space, but he still had some work to do, and I think that's a very tidy finish. It was never in doubt.
So the referee brings this game to an end. A frustrating day for Brighton and Hove Albion. 3 points dropped.
Well, I think the stats will tell you they had more possession, they created better chances, and they were the more dominant side. But that counts for nothing. They've lost the game they should have won.
It's looking promising. And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best. Trossard. Might work out. A goal! He's dispatched it, much to the sheer delight of the fans. Lovely ball over the top. Oh yes, a goal! Exactly what they were looking for, and he's come up with it. Oh, he's through here. And there it is, a goal. But will it be purely a consolation at this stage of the proceedings? They haven't been at their best. Rice. Real chance. And there is the goal. He's found the net. Joy unconfined. Now counter-attacking possibilities. Oh, he's through here. And a goal! He's put it away! A celebratory moment!